And now, WWE Network presents WWE Roadblock, End of the Line Kickoff.
WWE Universe, we're coming to you live from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, as we're getting you set for the very last WWE pay-per-view of 2016. So, of course, that means that right now we are on the heels of the road to WrestleMania. But tonight, it is all about that final roadblock, the end of the line. Kids, this is where the train is stopping. This is the Roadblock End of the Line Kickoff Show. I'm your host, Renee Young. Joining me tonight on the panel, we've got WWE Hall of Famer, also the future mayor of Houston, Texas.
I announced it. Yeah, 2019 is going to be a big year, and I'm looking forward to it. I want the citizens in in Houston, Texas, to know that I'm their guy. 2020 is going to be the start of a new era. All the fat cats in City Hall,
yes,
get ready to rumble. Now, can you dig it? But right now, first things first, Roadblock. We got to get started, baby.
We do have to we're getting started here in Roadblock, and also, yes, if I could vote for you, I would. So I give that book
Hey, just make sure you retweet everything.
All of it. All of it. We've also got the host of Jim Norton and Sam Roberts from Sirius XM. He also deems himself the last professional broadcaster. Sam Roberts.
That's right. Well, based on that introduction, I would say I'm right. I am.
Damn!
The last professional broadcaster. Renee, this is a dream come true. I was excited enough to watch Roadblock End of the Line from my house. When I found out I was coming here to the epicenter of the WWE Universe and get to talk about it with you guys, this is
the best
indescribable.
Best seat in the house right here.
You're sitting next to Booker T.
The 5-time.
Yes.
What's the haps?
How excited do you feel? I mean, what does it feel like to be here in Pittsburgh amongst the WWE Universe, but sitting right here in this spot?
Well, the energy is just amazing, and I feel like right now, in this moment, all the energy from the WWE Universe is coming right into this spot.
I can see the butterflies.
Just right here.
Going all. I always say, you just got to make sure those butterflies, form a line and, fly straight.
Keep them together.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
Well, we also do have one other broadcaster joining us here on the Kickoff Show. Some say he's a little too wild to be out here on the desk with us, so we keep him contained in the back in the social media lounge. Tom Phillips, what's going on?
The Dirty Bird.
Hide your kids, hide your wife. What's happening, guys? Welcome into the social media lounge. I'm Tom Phillips. This is the Roadblock End of the Line Kickoff Show. Now, a reminder, throughout the evening, use the hashtag WWE Roadblock. Now, a little bit later on tonight here in Pittsburgh, something pretty serious, actually, a career-altering night for many superstars, but one in particular in Sami Zayn. Regardless of which way this goes, it could be a very important night in this man's career. Sami Zayn goes one-on-one with the mountain of a man in Braun Strowman, and per the order of Raw General Manager Mick Foley, Sami Zayn must last 10 minutes against Braun Strowman. Very few superstars have been able to last more than 2 to 3 minutes with Braun Strowman. Sami Zayn has demanded this match, and you can get involved here tonight on the social media lounge and get your words in to Sami Zayn. So go on social media, use the hashtag AskSami for this live Q&A a little bit later on here in the Kickoff Show. So don't forget hashtag WWE Roadblock throughout the evening and hashtag AskSami to send in your questions. And don't forget, guys, the only place to see all of the action of Roadblock End of the Line is exclusively on the WWE Network.
That was a little bit of truth from Tommy P. Yes, the only place you're going to be able to see Roadblock End of the Line is on the WWE Network. All you got to do, head on over to WWENetwork.com. That's where you subscribe. Takes less than 2 minutes, and you get your first month for free. Bam!
What about tonight? History will be made. Iron Man Classic, Sasha Banks, Charlotte. Roadblock End of the Line is on, baby.
I have to tell you something. I was a subscriber to the WWE Network from day one. I'm about ready to cancel my cable subscription.
Whoa.
That's how much I'm watching this thing.
Okay.
Look here. You better do it and do it now.
Hit it and quit it, Sam.
I'll do it for you.
The only place that you're able to see the WWE Network is on WWENetwork.com. If you haven't done it yet, what are you waiting for? And tonight we're here doing the Kickoff Show. We're going to be breaking down everything, including this right here. The most recent career milestone is being defended. The longest reigning tag teams in WWE history will face off against one of the most lopsided duos in Cesaro and Sheamus. Okay, Cesaro and Sheamus now, they're kind of on the same page. How dangerous, how threatening is this for a New Day in this milestone that they've achieved in their career?
You know why it's pretty threatening? It's because the WWE Universe has started responding to Sheamus and Cesaro like never before. The New Day is all about the power of positivity.
Yeah.
But ever since that
Happiness.
barroom brawl where Sheamus and Cesaro started to link up on the same page,
That's where a lot of really important friendships are formed.
and all of us fans appreciate that friendship. And now we're sitting there finding ourselves cheering for a team that wasn't even getting along with each other at
Okay,
first.
well, what did you guys think of that? When Mick Foley put them in the best of 7 series and then actually put them as a tag team, what were you and your friends kind of saying about them then?
Well, I would say that I would have been upset if I were Sheamus or Cesaro because they didn't get along with each other. They each thought they were going to get a Universal title shot, and they end up in this team that they don't even want to be in. So I think they've made the best out of a bad situation.
Book, talk to me about New Day here.
Every time I beat up a bully, he wanted to be my friend, first and foremost.
Okay.
Everything was cool after that. But as far as New Day go, these guys, the power of positivity,
They did it!
They did it. These guys
Get
went
everyone
out there.
behind it.
They turned nothing into, listen to the fans, they turned nothing into something. But I'm going to tell you right now, the toughest combatants to date, Cesaro, Sheamus, it's going to be tough. New Day got to go out there. They got to be focused. They got to be on the same page.
Okay.
And if you got to throw in some shenanigans, do what you got to do, baby.
After everything that they've been through on Monday Night Raw, 2 triple threat matches, 2 retainers, they may be taking their foot off the gas pedal a little
That's
bit.
the thing right there. The confidence level is way over the top. When you know you can win by any means necessary. That's what you do.
All right, who's walking out tag team champs tonight? Sam, I'm going you first.
I've had New Day on my Sirius XM show before. Okay, they are a goal-oriented tag team. They need a goal. If they don't have one tonight the way they used to, then it's going to be Sheamus and Cesaro.
Wow. Buck?
Hey, man, I got to go with Sheamus and Cesaro because, like I say, 2 guys
Whoa.
that's totally on 2
on.
different pages. And now, like I say, when you fight each other, like some of the Chris Jericho and I,
Sure.
best of friends after the fight was all over with. That's what these guys have right now.
All I'm saying is I don't want to live in the world where New Day is
You
not
heard
the
the
tag
song?
team champions. Not interested. I don't want it.
Ivory.
Well, we've got lots more action coming up here, including our very own bit of action here on the Kickoff Show. We've got the 7-footer Big Cass fighting for the honor of his little buddy Enzo Amore as
my
Rusev
goodness.
fights for the honor of his ravishing bride Lana, and that bout is set for the Roadblock end of the line Kickoff Show. But up next, we're going to be taking a gander at women making huge history tonight. The Raw Women's Championship is on the line in a 30-minute Iron Man match. It's the Boss versus the Queen, and it's coming up next.
Welcome to the Kevin Owens Show.
You made a mockery out of the sound.
His credibility is questioned as a champion.
Jericho has ruined a championship match.
Can't defend the Universal Championship on his own.
Welcome to the Kevin Owens Show. Whether you like it or not.
I love that show.
Feel the ground shake.
By the end of the episode, I'm taking the WWE Universal Championship.
Roadblock, end of the line. Owens reigns the WWE Universal Championship.
It doesn't matter what anybody says. The only thing that matters is this. And there is nothing I won't do to keep it.
This is the Roadblock End of the Line Kickoff Show, and no 2 superstars have been at each other's throats more over this past year as the Raw Women's Champ Sasha Banks and the Fuel Tour fire Charlotte, breaking down barriers, and there's more to come here tonight on that.
Everyone has one person who they're internally bound to.
A person who elevates you to a whole different level.
A person who brings out the best in you.
A person who challenges you more than anyone else.
Together, Charlotte and I have made history.
I think we're seeing the greatest era of the women's division. It is our main event for the Raw Women's Championship. For the first time ever, women will step foot inside Hell in a Cell.
Together, Sasha and I have raised the bar for the women's division to unprecedented heights.
But now, it's time for me to end the war. Charlotte may be born into this business, but I was born to be champion.
I am the greatest female athlete.
Am I brave enough? Am I strong enough to follow the desire that burns from within? To push away my fear, stand where I'm afraid. I am through with this, 'cause I am more than
Sasha Banks wins her first ever WWE Women's Championship.
I told everyone that I am the best. Now this proves that I am the best.
They're making history. For the first time ever, women will step foot inside Hell in a Cell. Charlotte is the three-time women's champion. First time in the history of Monday Night Raw, the women's championship will be decided in a Falls Count Anywhere match.
As much as I despise Charlotte as a person, Charlotte as a competitor brings the greatness out of me.
Sasha Banks is a three-time women's champion.
How about we make history yet again?
This is the end of the line. She's gonna bow down to the queen.
There's only one boss in the WWE, and that's me.
I will
reclaim my
WWE Women's Championship.
Just when you think these two ladies can't raise the bar any higher.
iron sharpens iron.
Well, to help us break down this 30-minute Iron Man match, we have the only other woman to have done so in WWE before. Please welcome on Bayley.
Thank you, Renee. I am the one and only Iron Woman in WWE as of tonight.
You went out there, you won. That was at NXT. Congratulations on that, of course.
Thanks.
That
It's pretty sweet.
But because you've been there, what is going through the minds of Sasha and Charlotte tonight?
Everything. There's no way you can prepare enough for this match, honestly. This is one of the biggest matches in WWE history. That clock, you're constantly looking at the clock. There's 30 minutes you have to go. You're constantly looking at it. Could be your best friend, it could be your worst enemy, but all that's on your mind is how many pinfalls can you get within that time.
So you're good friends with Sasha. We've seen this on social media, see it on Instagrams. You guys have helped each other throughout your career. How's she been preparing for this match?
Well, being that I was on the opposite end back in 2015 at NXT TakeOver Respect, I saw the way she prepared then, and seeing the way she prepares now, I think she has a bigger point to prove with Charlotte. This is the end of the line. This is the end of their rivalry. This is the end of their, this is it. And she wants to start her legacy tonight. She's already a 3-time women's champion, but this is the last time with Charlotte, and she has a lot to prove.
Book, what do you think is going through these two women's minds? I mean, they've already been making history left, right, and center through WWE, but I mean, now with tonight, this Iron Man match.
First of all, last time we talked, Raw Talk, you had the ice pack on your shoulder. How you feel?
I'm great. See this?
Lose.
I'm ready for hugs.
Yeah.
I'm ready for high fives. I'm good.
100%. That match, that Iron Man Classic, heart, will, determination. You got to push yourself further than you ever pushed before. You got to know you're going to get that second win. This is the hardest contest, perhaps, in my wrestling career. Trust me. My question is, what is it going to take for Bayley to actually end up in that spot.
For me to end up in this spot.
Yeah.
This is the end of the line for them.
This is the end of the line. This is the last one. Whoever comes out on top, you better believe that I'm going to be waiting. I'm next in line. This is all mental. What they're doing tonight, Sasha and Charlotte, they've made so much history, but this is the end. This is mental preparation. And I'm mentally ready for 2017, and I'm ready to hug that championship.
Ready to do it like it's supposed to be done.
Yes.
Make him pay my son.
Yeah, I'm doing.
Make him say, "Daddy, I don't want none. I had enough."
Yeah.
All right.
It's my turn, Daddy.
All right, Bayley, who's going to win the Ironman match tonight? I want your prediction.
My predictions.
Yep.
I've had my pass with both of them. Charlotte is an amazing, amazing athlete, and she's come a long way. But I'm going to have to go with Sasha Banks. She does have the upper hand tonight, being as if she was in the first ever Iron Woman match with myself.
Experience. Sam, what about you?
Yeah, I'd be hard-pressed to be a man who does not root for Sasha Banks in any match.
Especially in front of me.
Exactly.
You better ask somebody. I've seen the best of the best, in this business. And right now, Charlotte, new champion tonight.
All right. Well, Bayley, thank you so much for joining us, and looking forward to whatever you are able to accomplish coming up here in 2017.
Yeah, right.
Well, stick with us here on the kickoff show, because we've got lots more to be breaking down. Up next, the architect Seth Rollins looks to have his name extracted from the list when he goes one-on-one with the Gift of Jericho. We've got it next. A special thanks to 1000-Foot Crutch for a different kind of dynamite. The official theme of WWE Roadblock, End of the Line. It's off the album Exhale, available on iTunes and Spotify. We've got members of the WWE Universe making their way in here, meaning that they are going to bear witness to Seth Rollins aiming to shut down the man that cost him Universal Championship after Universal Championship opportunity.
I want Triple H.
The following contest is a fatal four-way elimination match, and it is for the WWE Universal Championship.
What the hell? Triple H! No. We haven't seen Triple H since WrestleMania. Triple H is handing the championship to Rollins. You gotta be kidding me, no. Well, you shouldn't be surprised. Rollins was in the authorities' pocket for 2 years. Wait a minute.
He chose to bet against Seth Rollins.
A pedigree to Rollins.
He chose to anoint Kevin Owens as his new golden boy. Now, I would love to stand here and call Triple H out right now. We know that's not how it works. We know that's not the kind of person Triple H is. So how do I get to Triple H? Well, it's very simple. I beat Kevin Owens and take the WWE Universal Championship.
It's a fan in a mask coming after Rollins. It's Jericho.
But I can't beat Kevin Owens while Chris Jericho is still a part of the equation.
Jericho has interfered in this matchup. And Jericho yanks the referee.
Once again, Chris Jericho has ruined a WWE Universal Championship match for Seth Rollins.
Driver!
I tell you before you open.
Stupid idiot.
Did I just make the list?
You're damn right. Seth Rollins was supposed to be here tonight, and he's attacking Jericho.
Can't blame Rollins. You know he had to be fuming all week.
All right. Rollins owes Jericho so much. Jericho cost him the Universal Championship.
I've got the opportunity to get rid of Chris Jericho. I got to remove that piece of the puzzle, and that is just the beginning.
All right. If it was not for Chris Jericho, would Seth Rollins have already been the WWE Universal Champion after he returned from knee injury? Come on.
Not necessarily. I don't think so.
Come
I think
on.
Kevin Owens has taken advantage of help that it was given to him by Chris Jericho, but that
Sure.
doesn't mean he's relied on it. Kevin Owens has always found a way to win matches. So if it wasn't Chris Jericho, he would probably be able to find another way.
Could have been somebody else. Book.
I beg to differ. Look at Seth Rollins. He go away with the knee injury. I mean, he come back much earlier than once expected. That's for a reason. I mean,
Top tier
this
athlete.
kid wanted to get back here and prove that he was the guy, the champion here in the WWE. But my thing is, he's ran into a little bump in the road, and that is Chris Jericho, one of the best in this business. I've been there with him. Chris has been here for a long time, and it's for a reason, because he knows every trick in the book. Now, a guy told me a long time ago, an obstacle, you got to go around it, over it, under it, and sometimes you just got to go straight through it. And I think that's what Seth Rollins is going to have. He's going to have to find a way to do it.
So do you think that it's safe to assume that whoever walks out the winner of this match tonight would kind of be considered to be that #1 contender to the Universal Championship?
Come on. Come on.
Gotta be, right?
That's a no-brainer.
Come on.
That's a no. What do you think?
You'd have to. Anybody, but, you know,
It's
Seth
not
Rollins,
official is all I'm saying.
Seth Rollins badly wants that match with Triple H, and I talked to the WWE fans. WWE fans want to see that match that Seth Rollins keeps talking about with Triple H, but he's been talking about Triple H almost as much as he's been talking about Chris Jericho. If he's not focused, the other thing that WWE fans are saying is that we might be looking at the best Chris Jericho that Chris Jericho has ever been. So
Wow.
if Seth Rollins is looking too far forward, this really is going to be a roadblock.
No, that's what they're saying. That's what they're saying.
Give me your predictions. Are we talking Seth Rollins or Chris Jericho tonight walking out the winner?
I got to go with Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins is on point right now. Seth Rollins is looking to stake his claim.
Mm-hmm.
It's not just because he finally unblocked me on Twitter. I'm going with Chris Jericho.
Okay. You got blocked by Jericho?
But unblocked. I'm a positive person, Renee.
All right. Well, stick with us here on the Kickoff Show because we're going to continue to break things down here. And up next, we're going to take a look at Sami Zayn and his matchup against the 6'8" Braun Strowman. And all he's got to do is last 10 minutes. It's next. Tonight is one of the last nights of the year to prove what you've got, so we got to look at Sami Zayn here, the underdog from the underground, ready for his biggest challenge yet, literally and figuratively. Let's take a look at what happened last week's Monday Night Raw.
Because Sami Zayn can't last 2 minutes with me, nor can anyone else!
I want this match with Braun Strowman. Sammy, I can't. If you don't want to give me the opportunities that I rightfully deserve on Raw, then maybe I don't need to be on Raw anymore.
That we will be trading you to SmackDown Live for Eva Marie.
I am worth 1,000 Eva Maries, and what blows my mind, Mick, is that you, of all people, don't get me, because you used to be me.
But isn't this what you want?
I want Braun Strowman!
There was never a trade. Now, Braun Strowman said you wouldn't last 2 minutes. This Sunday night, I'm giving you 10 minutes. 10 minutes to prove me wrong. And 10 minutes to prove to the WWE Universe why they should believe in Sami Zayn.
That was cold of Mick Foley.
No, it
What
wasn't.
the? What?
thinking that was the right thing to do.
Are you kidding me?
Yes.
Why?
He had to make this man feel like, look, you got a choice right here. You can either walk away or you can walk in the Lion's Den. He chose to walk in the Lion's Den.
He always wanted to walk in the Lion's Den.
But the thing is, it's stupid. It's the craziest thing any man would ever want to do. Let me tell you something. I look at Braun Strowman like an experiment. You know, like the Kraken, like Frankenstein, something like that. You don't go in that den right there. You leave that man, and you don't need no man like that in your life.
Well, the thing that's scary about Braun Strowman is that he's as fast as he is big. So do you think that Sami Zayn has any chance here to go the full 10 minutes?
I talk to WWE fans about Sami Zayn a lot. That name just comes up because people want Sami to succeed. Wherever Sami Zayn is, WWE fans want him to succeed. You know. But unfortunately, this may be the wrong pick for him. For some reason, they allowed me backstage today. I don't know if you knew that, Booker T.
Where are your credentials? Let me see these.
But I got to see right up close how big Braun Strowman is. If I was Sami Zayn, this would not be the test that I wanted to take.
Well, good news is that right now we actually get to hear from Sami Zayn. Let's head on back to the social media lounge with Tom Phillips. Tom?
If you've been following along on WWE.com and through social media exclusives, you know how important tonight is to my guest at this time, Sami Zayn. Sami, thank you for taking the time. A huge night for you tonight here in Pittsburgh. You face off against Braun Strowman in a match where you must last 10 minutes against Strowman. So I know a lot is at stake for you tonight. This is a career-altering evening. Let's get right into the tweets here from the WWE Universe. First question, do you have any fear stepping in the ring with Braun Strowman?
Look, I think if you look into the eyes of any honest man, you're going to see a little bit of fear there. Okay, and it would be a lie for me to tell you that I'm not a little bit worried about what he's capable of doing to me, but by that same token, I'm very aware of what I'm capable of doing to him. So is there a little bit of fear there? Maybe a little bit, but I think it's just the right, healthy amount that's actually going to motivate me and catapult me to get into the zone that I need to be in order to beat him tonight.
Second question, what is your strategy going in to face a mountain of a man like Braun Strowman?
Well, to be honest with you, I feel like Braun should be the one strategizing with me because I'm not like anyone he's ever wrestled. Okay, and the truth is he's used to going through these guys in 2 to 3 minutes. The truth is I have the ability that not a lot of people have, and that's the ability to weather the storm, not just with Braun, but with anybody. Okay, and once you kind of cross through that valley, you come out stronger on the other side. I have that ability, and I think that's what's going to get me through Braun tonight.
Final question here from the WWE Universe. What makes you different out of everyone who has faced Braun before that could lead you to a victory tonight?
I think in one sentence, I won't stay down. You know, people have asked me why I'm so obsessed with Braun Strowman. Why am I consumed with Braun? What did Braun do? Why are you so obsessed with Braun? And the truth is, it's not about what Braun Strowman himself. It's about what this all represents. Because this whole quest to get this match pretty much epitomizes my entire life's work. Okay, it's about making your own opportunities. It's about standing up for yourself. It's about doing the right thing, even when people are telling you it's not worth it. So, Tom, for that reason, tonight very well might be the most important match of my career. And I want to thank you very much for your time, but I really do have to go. Okay?
I understand.
Thank you very much.
Best of luck to Sami Zayn, and thank you all for getting involved on social media. Sami Zayn faces Braun Strowman tonight at Roadblock, End of the Line.
I personally can't think of another time that I've seen Sami Zayn in that state of mind. Crazy.
Dirty Bird looked a little scared right there.
He did, absolutely.
I hope it's the healthy amount of fear, but I have to imagine, and the amount of fear that you have to have with Braun Strowman is an unhealthy amount of fear.
Absolutely. Well, in other news, we had huge news in WWE earlier this week when WWE COO Triple H went across the pond to London, UK to make a gigantic announcement.
We are about to make history. I'm thrilled to welcome journalists from all across the United Kingdom. Today is an historic occasion.
It's the next chapter of our talent development and content strategy. We're excited to announce a special 2-night tournament live on the WWE Network on Saturday, January 14th and Sunday, January 15th. We will crown, for the first time ever, a WWE United Kingdom champion.
16 competitors in a single elimination tournament, and we have people representing us from England, Scotland, Ireland, Wales, and Northern Ireland.
Obviously, there'll be a lot of frustrations for people.
The tournament will emanate from the historic Empress Ballroom in Blackpool.
I just hope that you're fully entertained.
I believe this is going to supercharge the United Kingdom and Irish wrestling scene.
Our intent is to use this tournament as a launching pad for a brand new WWE weekly show produced right here in the UK.
I'm very proud to announce the newest member of our on-air announce team, London's own Nigel McGuinness.
Being part of the WWE family is, to me, the realization of my childhood dream.
Are you ready for the UK to have its own UK champion?
Unbelievable. The very first United Kingdom Championship. We'll see that Saturday, January 14th and 15th. That will only be on the WWE Network. Huge.
Yeah. It's going to be awesome. Hey, what about who we got here with us today?
Well, joining us right now, we're getting set here. We've got all members of the WWE Universe making their way here inside to get set for action, especially that of the high-flying nature, because tonight the Cruiserweight Championship is on the line as the outlandish Rich Swann takes on two former champs, the Brian Kendrick. And Book, you want to take it now? You want to give us our intro?
No, last time I messed it up. You got my man TJ Perkins here today. I just wanted to give you your props. You are incredible.
Thank you very much, Book. How you doing today?
I'm doing good.
Good? How do I look with this headset? Like, do I look like Justin Bieber in concert?
Well, I
you
will
look pretty
say,
good.
Book, do you follow him on Instagram and Twitter?
No, I don't.
Oh, you have to, because a lot of women really, I've started following you, and there's a lot of marriage proposal retweets on there.
a lot of marriage proposals, yeah.
Well, they ain't married anymore.
That's not what I was asking. All right, TJ, who's your biggest threat tonight in this triple threat match for the Cruiserweight Championship?
Ooh, looking at the two of them, I have to say, since the Cruiserweight division started, Brian Kendrick has been running the greatest train dodge since Stand By Me, and really trying to prevent me from getting back to the Cruiserweight Championship. And, we have some personal animosity. Obviously, my sights are set on him, which isn't to say I'm not going to overlook Rich Swann. A buddy's a buddy, but I think I speak for all of us. When you get cut in line, man, all bets are off. And I feel like, he swooped in on an opportunity that I was waiting to get back. And, now it's his time. He's the man to beat. But, I got my sights set on him as well.
The WWE fans that I talk to, they think that you are kind of overlooking Rich Swann a little bit because Brian Kendrick is the guy that you're focused on. And the thought that Rich Swann is the champion out of luck right there kind of brings him down a peg, don't you think?
Well, I mean, you could say that Rich has caught lightning in a bottle. I've said to him personally, I feel like he's gotten a little lucky, but I think experience plays a factor. Brian's been around for a long time. I've been around as long as Brian. I think a lot of people take umbrage to the fact that, sometimes I make wrestling look easy. And that comes from all the time that I spent in the ring.
Last time you was in the ring with, Kendrick for the championship, you slipped on the old banana in the tailpipe.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And went out there and fell for one. As well as look at Rich Swann. I talked to him and I said, you think you're going to dance your way all the way to the championship? He said yes. And now he is the champion. I look, at this match, and the guy that the favorite is Swann, bro. You pulling up the rear. What's your thoughts on that, man?
I will say this. Both of these guys, they're looking at beating one person to either remain the Cruiserweight champion or to become the Cruiserweight champion. When I became the Cruiserweight champion, the first of this generation, I had to beat 5 guys to do it, 2 in one night. If I'm going to become Cruiserweight champion again, I'm going to be 2 in one night again.
Okay, so what's going to make the triple threat so dangerous tonight?
People coming at you from all angles. It could end at any time. I think experience plays a factor. I think the fact that we know each other well plays a factor. And, Cruiserweights is a funny word. These two guys, they feel like they represent the best of the Cruiserweights. I feel like I earned the right to call myself Cruiser Great.
Oh!
Yes!
Whoa! Shucky, ducky, quack, quack moment of the night.
Yes,
I wonder if the truck got that ready. The shucky, ducky, quack, quack
Incredible.
moment of the night. TJ just dropped it on us, baby.
This is unprecedented.
No one has ever done the shucky ducky that's not booked.
You brought it out. Gotta be
Wow. First cruiserweight champ. There's a first for everything. I like to be the first.
I like you, man.
Well, best of luck to you tonight, TJ. All right, we go from the cruiserweights, moving on here to the 7-foot-tall Big Cass, taking on the Bulgarian Rusev, both fighting for honor, finally fighting someone their own size. But you know, it was 2 weeks ago on Monday Night Raw that Lana decided to slip into a little something more comfortable.
I see. Take off your pants.
Okay, I only got a second here, all right? Just take them off real quick. And then I gotta be going now, you know? I gotta be going. All right, here we go. And just get out of here.
Hey, vai wyżynami! Nie spełnę wanka boku smaczkę.
Not going for it. Oh my gosh. Book, how would you react if you were to walk into a situation like that? This whole situation with Lana, Rusev, Enzo, Big Cass. Come on.
Look, man, Enzo, he thought he was running up on some goodies.
Fair enough. She is a gorgeous woman. Nice try,
But the thing is, this man needs to understand, he needs to respect Rusev, that's his wife. You know, I would have did the same thing Rusev did. I would have cold beat him down, threw him out in the hallway, but then I would have added to that, I would have called the police.
Oh.
And had him arrested.
Okay.
For something.
You would have found something.
As a proud member of the WWE Universe, I would have done exactly what Enzo did. That was entrapment. Entrapment what Lana did to him. If the cops did, if the cops did that, it wouldn't be legal.
Look at the Mars you got. Look at the Mars you got. That's a married woman.
What? Look.
What's your Mars?
She threw the ring off.
What?
She did throw the ring off, but she held it tenderly. It still very much meant something for her. Well, the good news is that match is coming up next right here on the Roadblock End of the Line Kickoff Show. Stick with us.
A rivalry for the ages.
This fierce rivalry writing yet another chapter.
These two superstars know each other so incredibly well.
Has come.
This is what the women's evolution is all about.
To the end of the line. Sasha Banks.
I am going to go down as the greatest women's champion of all time.
Charlotte.
Believe me, it will come back to me.
Prepare to make history once again in a grueling 30-minute WWE Iron Man match for the Raw Women's Championship. WWE Roadblock, End of the Line. Live tonight, only on WWE Network.
And there is Lana getting into the ring as we are here at the PBG Hanks Arena in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Michael Cole, Byron Saxton, and Pittsburgh's own Corey Graves. Are you guys ready for Roadblock?
Iron Man match, historic. Charlotte and Sasha once again, I can't wait. I just want to know if Roman Reigns is going to be able to walk out of here not only United States Champion, but WWE Universal Champion.
And now we're set for our kickoff match here tonight.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the Ravishing Russian, Lana.
And now, America, I ask you to stand up and put your hand on your heart and welcome your one and only true American hero. He is my husband, which means he is the only man that can have me. Welcome, the Bulgarian Brute, Rusev!
Rusev Machka.
He's 6 feet tall, he weighs 304 pounds, and he's a two-time United States champion. And guys, this matchup tonight between Rusev and Big Cass is very personal.
Well, after what Rusev did to Cass's little buddy Enzo, Cass looking to do a little bit of retribution. Rusev definitely has his game face on here tonight.
And WWE Roadblock End of the Line is presented by Tap Out Athletic Wear. Available at JCPenney and tapout.com.
And by Toys R Us, where you'll find great WWE toys in our store full of awesome.
Saw moments ago what Rusev and Lana did to set up Enzo Amore a couple of weeks ago in Lana's hotel room.
It was brilliant. Lana should be celebrated. Oh, stop it. Lana is standing up and being an example for children around the world, how to handle yourself and conduct yourself like a lady.
And there is the aforementioned Enzo and Big Cass.
If Lana's an inspiration, Enzo's a cautionary tale.
Oh, Enzo made a mistake. I'm sure he learned from it. I wouldn't bet on that.
Look at his hair sacks. Do you think he's learned anything?
Well,
a little amplified.
My name is Enzo Amore, and I am a certified G and a bona fide stud, and you can't teach that. And this right here, this is Big Cass, and he's 7 foot tall, and you can't teach that. Bada boom, realest guys in the room, how you doing? Lana, first off, I gotta give it to you, Lana. You're a real femme fatale. You got that little Russian accent going on. You got a great physique. But if I really wanted to see the ravishing Russian and what's underneath, I would have just searched your WikiLeaks. How you doing? You know, you got a lot of nerve, Lana. You got a lot of nerve. You demand me over to your hotel room. You start barking orders at me to take off my clothes. And then you invite Rusev in the room. Well, I'll tell you what, babe. Joke's on me. Because I should have asked for my money up front. The way I see it, the both of you still owe me money. Rusev, that was a weird fetish. Rusev came in the hotel room, had it looking like we played a game of Jumanji. You make some dumb decisions, Rusev. Some really dumb decisions. Yeah, well, yeah, for instance, dumb decision number 1. Marrying that Russian hack. That was a dumb decision. She's 100% at least taking half and the kids down the road. Guaranteed. But the dumbest decision you have ever made, Rusev, was when you left me laying in that hallway. And I'm gonna tell you why. Because A, I clearly got up. And B, I ain't shutting up. Because I am Smack Talker Skywalker. And as long as I have a microphone lightsaber for a couple of haters, I am going to continue to run my mouth. Because my words have the legs of a 7-footer. And we can walk it like we talk it. And we ain't running from anyone. We are going into the holiday season. Going home for the holidays, but we are walking straight into a roadblock.
And that roadblock is a holly jolly sloppy jalopy. That's you. And I've got Enzo, the red-nosed reindeer, with me. Nice. And you can call me Santa Claus. On Dasher, how you doing? On Dancer, how you doing? On Prancer, how you doing? On Vixen, how you doing? On Comet, how you doing? On Cupid, how you doing? On Donner, how you doing? On Blitzen. Rusev, there's only one word to describe you, and I'm gonna spell it out for you. S-A-W-F-T. So did that answer your guys' questions about Enzo?
Oh, there's never a question in my mind. Enzo's the stupidest human being on the WWE roster. You don't come out here and enrage an already angry Bulgarian brute
And
when
Rusev
your buddy fights him.
going right after Big Cass, who backs Rusev in the corner. The 7-footer now with the right hand to the ribs and out of the face of Rusev.
Hey, you got an enraged Big Cass now, taking it to Rusev.
Whipped across the ring and a big boot by Big Cass. And Enzo fired up, and why wouldn't he be? After what Rusev has put him through. Big Cass has stunned Rusev here on the kickoff show.
It will be a night forever etched in history. Welcome to WrestleMania.
And Big Cass continues to take it to Rusev here tonight as we're just under 12.5 minutes away from the start of Roadblock, end of the line, on pay-per-view on the WWE Network.
I'm not surprised what we're seeing right now. I talked to Cass earlier. He said Rusev started this fight. I'm going to finish it.
Rusev did not start this fight. Enzo Amore did. Scrappy Doo on the outside of the ring started this fight by disrespecting Rusev's wife.
So let's ignore the fact that Lana came on to Enzo Amore, enticed him to come to their hotel room, and then ambushed him.
Well, in Lana's defense, from what I understand, she was embarrassed the night that Enzo Amore got locked out of his locker room and he had no clothes on, and then he approached Lana. As Big Cass now continues to take the fight to Rusev. Very personal battle. Big Cass, of course, so close to Enzo Amore. In fact, this is Big Cass's first ever singles match on pay-per-view. He's been teaming with Enzo over the past year.
Goes back to the vow these two always made to each other. Enzo and Cass always have each other's back, no matter what the circumstance is.
That's right. That's what I'm talking about, baby.
And Rusev continues to try to retreat, Corey.
Smart move by Rusev, trying to create some space. Regain point. Oh,
and Rusev looking to fight back the Bulgarian Brute, former two-time United States champion.
Rusev weathered the early storm from Big Cass.
Come on, Cass.
Here. Oh, went for the big kick, and it was Cass who caught him. Oh, slam. Empire elbow.
Big Cass has completely controlled the tempo of this match.
Yeah, you're right, Byron. Ever since the start of this thing, it has been all Cass. There's a splash. Rusev down to a knee. And now looking to once again roll out of harm's way.
It's all in the eyes, the intensity and the focus that Big Cass has.
And Big Cass almost got caught as Rusev again rolled out of the way. Rusev buying himself some much-needed time to recuperate, catch his breath, try to figure out how to topple the 7-footer.
Good look. Now Rusev now trying to escape through the WWE fans here in Pittsburgh. Cass, though, going right out there after him. Rusev just taken out of his game early on, and it's been all Big Cass ever since.
Rusev wasn't trying to escape. He was luring Big Cass out.
Whoa, wait. Oh, wait a minute. From behind, Rusev blasting Enzo. Again, Lana got involved, much like she did at Tribute to the Troops when she knocked Enzo down from behind. And Big Cass.
By countout, Rusev.
Big Cass was counted out after the situation outside the ring.
Once again, the perfect combination of beauty and brawn. Rusev and Lana outsmart Enzo and Big Cass.
Perfect way to cheat, that's what it was.
Rusev escapes with a victory here tonight on our Roadblock Kickoff show.
Congratulations to Rusev? Is that how we're feeling about this?
Yeah, I guess.
He won the match, didn't he?
By count out.
Technically.
Enzo is serving it up hot up front,
A win
though.
is a win, all right?
You're right. All right. I mean, seeing Lana out there, yeah, she looks great, but they stirred the pot there. I mean, do you think that Enzo was really in the wrong?
You know what? No, Enzo was not in the wrong. He got tricked.
Yeah, I would like you to elaborate a little more.
Here's what I think. I think we just found out that it's great having big friends unless they're busy taking care of their little friends.
Okay,
if
that's a good
they're taking care of their little friends, they can't win matches like they're supposed to defend you.
That's a good point.
Big Cass should not be fighting Enzo's battle,
that seems like
especially
a
over a woman. That's uncalled for. That's ridiculous.
It's not just any woman.
But we're here breaking down everything that's going down here for Roadblock End of the Line. Now, the only place that you are going to be able to get your eyes on that is on the WWE Network. So head on over to WWENetwork.com. That's where you subscribe. Takes less than 2 minutes, and you get your first month for free. Pretty great.
You know, guys, I've been sitting here, and I want to know if Chris Jericho can paint another Picasso tonight with Seth Rollins. Roadblock is going to be one for the ages.
Gonna be lit.
Yes.
WWE Network is such a good value. I would trade my firstborn for it, and my wife's pregnant.
Whoa,
but,
that's messed up.
But no, it's not. It's a great value, and it's only $9.99. You don't have to do it. Look, is what I'm saying. You don't have to trade in. It's
right.
$9.99.
Come on now.
Just go to WWENetwork.com. That's where you subscribe. It's where you're going to get your eyes on Roadblock End of the Line. And tonight's main event, we're going to see Roman Reigns go one-on-one against Kevin Owens with the WWE Universal Championship on the line. How distracted do you think that Kevin Owens is going to be tonight, given the circumstances between him and Chris Jericho as of late?
Well, I think the WWE Universe, us fans, we can't believe that this friendship is over. Kevin Owens and Chris Jericho is like our Ross and Rachel. Like, we can't imagine that this relationship is over. So I want to believe that this is just some trick they have up their sleeve, and at the end of the night, Team Kevin and Chris, or Chris and Kevin, are going to reign supreme.
Book, you've been saying throughout the night how close you are with Chris Jericho, the relationship you have with him. What do you think?
You know, me personally, I'm sick of the bromance.
Whoa.
You know, I mean,
okay.
The reason why Kevin Owens, this kid is good.
Yeah.
I mean, he can go out there and hold his own on any given night. I want to see the Kevin Owens, that prize fighter who was willing to go out there and do whatever it took to win a match. But he always did it within inside of the square circle. He always did it within inside of the confines of the rules. Mm-hmm. That's how good Kevin Owens really is. That pump-up powerbomb is no joke. I'm going to tell you right now, if Roman Reigns run into this match overlooking Kevin Owens because of Chris Jericho and the friendship and the imploding, he's going to be in trouble.
Okay, here's my question. Going into the new year, do you want to close out the new year with that target on your back, knowing you're going into Royal Rumble, knowing that you're heading into the road to WrestleMania? Is it a better position to walk in with the championship or no?
Come on, you always want to be the champion. That's what men do in this business. We step up to the plate. Roman Reigns, he's already said it. I'm not just a guy. I am the guy. Roman Reigns knows with that championship over his shoulder, that's just chipping at what's next, and I cannot wait to see it.
You know what I'd like to see from Roman Reigns, though?
The Samoleon.
Samoleon? I think that we hear the WWE Universe when Roman Reigns comes out, and we know that all of us fans are not on Roman's side in terms of being the champion. Not all of us like him. And the reason for that is because we know what Roman can do.
Yeah.
Roman has been like this great soldier. This is probably the best soldier any army has ever had. But what we need is a one-man army, not a soldier. And that's what we want to see.
Call to action right there from Sam Roberts, everybody. All right, champion, who's
mindset stuff.
Who's going to walk out Universal Champion tonight?
You know, I've said it once, I said it 1,000 times. When you go in the champ, you got the advantage.
Sam?
Kevin Owens and Chris Jericho will walk out the Universal Champion.
Okay. Thank you so much for joining us. We are getting set here for Roadblock End of the Line, where we are going to find out if Roman Reigns will walk out with 2 shoulders full of WWE gold, or if this is going to be the end of the line for the KO show. It's about to go live right now.
Now, I would introduce myself, but you know exactly who I am.
I'm Kevin Owens, and I'm the best in the history of WWE.
When I say I'm going to do something, I deliver.
Kevin Owens, the Intercontinental Champion! Kevin Owens is the Universal Champion!
As far as I'm concerned, WWE didn't have a history until I showed up.
Nobody is better than Kevin Owens. He's the epitome of a champion and a man that I'm proud to call my best friend.
One of us is the WWE Universal Champion. Both of us are the WWE Universal Champion.
For the past few months, Team Kevin and Chris have been taking over Raw every week.
We're best friends. We're on top of the world.
We're making history. Best friends making history right here. That's what we do. I'm thankful for my best friend, Chris Jericho.
You're the best friend ever, Kevin.
I don't know why you stopped. You're out here having fun. I can see why you're best friends.
Oh, you think it's funny? You think it's some kind of joke?
No, I don't think this is a joke, but I do think your best friend is the WWE Universal Champion. Now, that's a huge joke. So around here, you're just a guy who needs a lot of help.
Once again, Chris Jericho has ruined the WWE Universal Championship match.
Kevin Owens can't successfully defend the Universal Championship on his own.
You know what happens when you insult my best friend?
Shut up!
I don't need Chris Jericho, buddy.
How about this? If I beat you tonight, then I get another opportunity to win the WWE Universal Championship. What do you say, huh?
Guess what? You gotta fight tonight.
That idiot's right. Roman's right, okay? Anytime you come out and think you're helping, all you're doing is making people think I can't defend this title on my own.
Reigns goading Owens into this match tonight.
I don't need you. I don't. Okay, you don't? You know what? I don't need you either.
He's doing it all on his own. This is all Kevin Owens.
I don't need you as a partner, and I certainly don't need you as a best friend.
Kevin Owens in control.
Roman hunting his prey.